Hello, and welcome back to the next episode in our COVID Coaches series. I am Colin Thompson, and I'm very glad you tuned in to another episode where myself and other coaches give advisement and tips on how to not just make it through this COVID period, but how to thrive through this COVID period. And today's message is very special, as I always say. Today, I want you to take notice. Yes, we call ourselves the COVID coaches, but in reality, we are not coaching on anything about the virus. We are not medical doctors. We cannot give you any input or any information on how you should best protect yourself in case you get sick. What we can do, however, is give you tips on how to mentally, physically make it through this time. Again, as life coaches, our main responsibility is to help our clients. Our main responsibility is to help people. Our main responsibility is to help those who are in need of help to improve their lives and achieve their goals. So if you look back to our previous episodes, you'll notice some things that are very consistent. All of our messages, all of the advisement we give, all the feedback we give can be applied not just in this COVID time. They can be applied to any time in your life that you recognize the need to improve your life. So today we're going to talk in detail about what we really can do to start transforming our lives or transforming your life into the life that you want. And I'll tell you how we got here. During this time, I think I've told you guys each week how many weeks here in China we are in. As you know, I'm in Shanghai, China. We are, I believe, around week 13, 14 now. It's been a solid almost 4 months since the first case was found here in China. So we've learned a lot in that time. During that time, because my friends, families from around the globe, they constantly check on me. And now what they're saying is, wow, this has really forced us to take a look at our life, to really think about our final fate. A lot of my friends, a lot of my family members have actually updated their wills, have actually started doing more estate planning, have talked to their spouses about what to do in case something happens, have talked to the kids about what to do in case one of the parents gets sick and dies. What this has done, it made people really ask themselves some questions. And one question that I think, not one question, one statement that we always tend to make in times like this, it really makes you think about what's important in life. And I remember a friend of mine saying this to me after his cousin died a few months ago. And I knew his cousin quite well. I said to him, we are at the point now in our lives where we do not need something negative to happen to make us think about what's important to us in life. And guys, we now have the benefit of really looking inside and thinking about how we truly want to live our lives and what we can do now going forward to live a life by design. So you may have said it to yourself already, being cooped up inside the house for however long you've been there, anywhere from 4 weeks to 7 weeks now. Once this corona period is over, I'm going to do this. Or once we have our freedom again, I'm going to stop doing this. Or I'm going to do more of this or less of something else. The bottom line is we're starting to think about what we want to do now when we have our freedom back. And of course, the restrictions that we're living under now have caused an impact to our ability to have freedom. I think most of us now have very few degrees of freedom, especially if you're in a household where you have a lot of people in the house. So now is the absolute best time to really start planning your way forward. Now, when we talk about how to plan your way forward, I want you to try to do this not from an angle of regret. And what do I mean when I say an angle of regret? So sometimes people will tell you, you know, if I had my life to live over again, I would do this. If I could take back the last 5 years, if I could take back the last 10 years, I would do this again. And each time you say that, you're coming with some sort of regret. You have regret that you may have wasted your time, or you have regret that you weren't doing what you were supposed to be doing. Well, look, don't try to plan your future from a place of regret. Plan your future based off of gain, what you're going to be gaining. So one way to think about it is like this. You have perhaps what is a once in a lifetime opportunity to change the destination, the path, the trajectory of your life. Yeah, and I'm saying once in a lifetime because one thing we have learned, well, not one thing, but one of the things that we've definitely learned from this COVID time, from this coronavirus time, from this time of a new normal, is that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know who's going to get sick, who's going to get ill. So we can't assume that we have all this amount of time to live before. And you guys know, tomorrow's never promised. I think now, based on what we're all currently experiencing, we know now that we can't assume that we have time to continue living our lives in a way that may not benefit us. Now, if you're living your life and you're reaching all your dreams and goals, I congratulate you. If that is the case, I personally believe you have a responsibility to teach somebody else how to do that as well. But if you have not done that, if you're still trying to get that fire, if you're still trying to get triggered to take action, real action, I hope that through this video that you're getting that message. You may say to yourself, well, not say to yourself, but again, we talked about don't come from the angle of regret. If I could do this over, look to the future. Look to the promise. The last 6 months, 1 year, 5 years were tough. They were okay. Not too bad. But you know what? The next 6 months, the next year, the next 5 years, I am going to experience an unreasonable amount of success. Now I say unreasonable because when you're going for it, you want to have that unreasonable dream. Now, that could be unreasonable to other people, but to you, it's very, very reasonable. I tell my friends all the time, especially in 2020, I'm going to have unreasonable success. So how do you do that? How do you go from having an idea, always saying to yourself, I want to do better, I want to do better, I need to do better, I need to do better, but not being able to sustain that action for a long time? Well, I think the first thing you want to consider doing is go beyond goal making. We're not looking to make goals right now. We are going bigger. We are looking to transform our lives. You want to transform your life. You want to actually have a different way of thinking, have a different way of acting, have a different way of supporting people. You want to transform so many different aspects of your life. That's important because we want this to be a major, major shift. So one way is, again, to change the way you live your life into a life of design, right? By transformation. When I say a life of design, I mean having those goals and letting those goals direct how you live your life. Some of us live by circumstance. Some of us live based on the amount of money we make, based on our family structure, based on some things that happened to us in the past, circumstances. Some of us say, you know what? All those things being equal, I still am going to live a life by design. Here's where I want to be next month, next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, and then have that focus to achieve that. So the first step is thinking beyond goals, right? Living a life by design through transforming your life. The second part here is very, very important because if you are like me, and I think all of us have several things in common. Throughout my life, I've tried to achieve certain things. I've tried to improve my life. I've tried to quit certain habits. And there have been several times where I had a tough time starting. There's been several times where I was able to start, but not able to finish. So as you think about transforming your life, improving your life, you want to consider what occurred in the past that perhaps prevented me from starting? What can I do to make sure that I can start? What has happened in the past that has prevented me from reaching my goal, from finishing? Is it a case where I got very motivated, very excited the first few weeks and couldn't sustain that? Could it be a case where things changed in my life? I could no longer find the time or I had to focus elsewhere, which is fine. but what has prevented me from finishing? And you want to make sure that you put together some strong methods to avoid, one, not being able to start, and to help you see things through to the end. And in some cases, some of the things you're working on, chop them in half. You know, that midway point may be a good first ending phase, and then you start the next phase. But you want to make sure that you are able to start. And of course, if you're not going to finish, why start, right? So you want to make sure that you are also focusing on how to prevent yourself from not finishing. Okay, you have those 2 points. Now, the third point or third action, and again, these actions are what you can do going forward to transform your life. This, I must say, I'm going to give you guys a tip here. 5 words, and I guarantee you, if you follow these 5 words, you will finish. You will transform your life. You will live a life by design. And I got to tell you guys, living a life by design is like living your passion, and it fills you up and it makes you feel good. Even if it's tough, it makes you feel good. So 5 words, okay? Get a piece of paper and get a pencil. I'll give you about 4 seconds. These 5 words are going to change your life. I guarantee these 5 words are going to change your life. Okay, here we go. Don't stop until you succeed. That's it. Don't stop until you succeed. I guarantee you, if you follow these 5 words, these easy 5 words, you will reach your goals. Don't stop until you succeed. Very simple, right? Guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, do not stop until you succeed. Anybody who has succeeded has followed this. I guarantee you, anybody who has succeeded has followed this. Now, they may have had some pitfalls. They may have slowed down at times, but they did not stop. You cannot succeed if you stopped. Finally, I want to make sure that you guys understand that these methods that we've been talking about as coaches, they're very easy to implement in your life. If you need help to go from where you are to where you want to be, there are several different organizations, people, professionals that can help you. If you're looking for a better job, you can find a career counselor. You can find a career coach. You can find a headhunter. There are several people that can help you, several entities that can help you. As you guys know, myself and the coaches, we are life coaches. We are trained to help people do what? Achieve their goals, dreams, and desires. So of course, I'm going to say hiring a life coach can be one of the best investments. Yes, investments that you've made in your life, because once you hire a life coach, you are investing in your future. You are investing in that change. Again, guys, we have this remarkable, perhaps once in a lifetime opportunity right now to transform our lives, to look at where we are. This COVID time is really making people really do a lot of thinking. And if you're saying to yourself, when I'm free from this, I want to do A, B, and C, don't wait until you're free. Do not wait until you're free to start. Everything you want to start after this, you can absolutely start now. Everything you want to stop doing after this, you can stop doing now. Relatively speaking, you can't stop wearing a mask if you go outside, but you get my idea. Guys, this is the opportunity for you to really start living a life by design, for you to really think about what was your passion, what would really make you think back and say, you know what, the last 5-10 years of my life have been the greatest years in my life. I must make sure the next 5 and 10 years are also great. So guys, I wish you luck, not even luck. I wish you the skills to achieve your goals. I wish you the mindfulness to understand that where you are right now in this COVID thing is exactly what's going to help you take advantage and take action. Okay, guys, Colin Thompson, I hope this video again was helpful. Reach out to me, reach out to any of the COVID coaches, and we'll be happy to help you achieve your goals, dreams, and desires. Okay, bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Danielle with Buzz365 Media. We do in-person and remote live stream video productions. If you are having technical difficulties setting up a virtual meeting, conference, or workshop, give me a call. Buzz365 Media is here to help you.